When you talk about Kensington, you also have to address the drug epidemic. And I don't think that we're doing everything we can to address that. You can't do it with police, because under the laws in Pennsylvania, you cannot keep a homeless person locked up for being homeless. And there's a reason for that. They have mental illness or behavioral health problems or substance abuse problems, and you can't lock someone up for being sick. It's not appropriate. So that's one thing. The second thing is, historically, at better times, we had drug court or mental health court. And the purpose of that is to make sure that people that we've worked with, the people that have substance abuse problems, are staying on their treatment, that haven't fallen off the wagon, so to speak. And I think that's an important tool, and we've diminished that. I'd like to bring it back, because I want to monitor that people that went through treatment are staying off of drugs and not going back to their old ways, and the drug court is the way to do it. The idea is not to lock them up, it's to keep them compliant. And if they have a problem, we want to get them back into treatment. And those are two interventions I think would make a really important difference in Kensington.
Are the treatments, do you think, a much better alternative to what others have suggested? Maybe perhaps like putting up, these needle injection sites in neighborhoods like that. Do you think that would only worsen the issue, or what other alternatives?
I think it's too early. The second thing, from a moral standpoint, I don't see under what circumstances I could bring myself to help people inject heroin in their body. I mean, it could save lives, but also could kill people doing it too, by making it better to continue your addiction. I'd rather spend 10 times more and help people deal with their addiction than to help them safely continue their addiction. I'm opposed to it, and the thing I'm most opposed to is, with all the suffering in Kensington that they've experienced, I can't justify putting that in their neighborhood and really cementing it as the central spot for buying drugs. Because if you have a safe injection site in Kensington, that's going to be where everyone goes to sell their drugs and buy drugs. And with all the suffering that's occurred there, I can't put that in that neighborhood in good conscience. I don't think it's right.
And I just wanted to go back to more about economic opportunity, and particularly small businesses. And we talked a little bit about what you've done for many Latino and Black businesses here in the city. I guess what more could be done? Because I know there's certain blocks that these people face, whether it be with the application or getting enough capital. Is that purely a political solution to it, or is there maybe something more pragmatic?
So we have a very anemic amount of Black and brown entrepreneurship right now, and I think the city needs to invest in that. And it can invest in three ways. One, make it easier to start and operate a business. We have one of the worst cities in the country for paperwork and approvals and cumbersome processes. We could simplify all that. You could look at New York and other cities, what they've done. The second thing is technical assistance. We should be prepared to give grants for technical assistance. In the small business incubator that our business has, the ShopRite business, we incubated like 300 or 400 businesses. They all need advice. They're not familiar with setting up their business properly. They don't know about the right kind of bank account. They don't know about insurance. A lot of them don't. They don't know about understanding their cost per unit and what's the right price to set. And so we found that just advice alone was transformational to a lot of these businesses. And I want to make that kind of advice or technical assistance widely available for small businesses. The second thing is capital. And businesses that are starting out can't really borrow money because they can't afford to pay it back. Right. And so we need more equity available, either in grants, small micro grants to help people get their businesses started, or larger equity investments. And I think the city should invest in a social equity fund that will help finance especially small Black and brown businesses.